This is a 2013 GMC Acadia, the upgraded Denali version. This is what we're going to be driving today. This is a pretty handsome looking car. Some of the good looks could be attributed to the white metallic paint, which costs about $1,000 extra. The only other extra on this GMC vehicle was a rear seat entertainment system, just over $2,000. But everything else is standard. This brought the price tag to just over $52,000. Wow. The Chevrolet version, called the Chevy Traverse, starts around $29,000. But the GMC, they're loaded up with lots of standard equipment, so you just got to pay more. Only one engine available on these vehicles, a 3.6 liter V6 running 280 horsepower and hooked to a 6-speed automatic. Gas mileage is 17 to 23 in the two-wheel drive and 16 to 22 in the all-wheel drive. I'm estimating I'm probably going to get around 17 in mixed driving, around 21 on the highway, but we'll see. Now this is a fancy looking interior, but there's three pet peeves I have on vehicles nowadays. Number one is a glove box that's too small. There's no excuse for it. Number two is the lack of knobs for the radio and air conditioning, and a auto dimming mirror that will not turn off. So what did they do here? Well, the good news is someone at GM was listening, because we get a nice large glove box. Lots of room in here to hold just about anything. Thank you. Number two, we get all the goodies on here, navigation, other programming. But they still gave us a volume and push knob for the radio and push knobs for the climate controls. Once again, someone at GM was listening and did the right thing. Thank you again. And the auto dimming mirror does have a turn-off switch. This is very important for driving in heavy city traffic. When you're changing lanes in heavy city traffic, you don't want blacked out mirrors. Now with pedestrians, bicyclists, and other people who don't have lights, it can cause an accident. So once again, someone at GM was paying attention and gave us an off switch. Thank you a third time. Now the interior is not perfect. The sunroof cover is nothing but a mesh. It doesn't really do a good job of keeping the heat out. Not in Arizona anyway. I didn't really care for this. A dark tint job will solve that problem. And complaint number two, while the tilt wheel goes all the way down, which is great if a monkey is driving, it doesn't raise much at all. Not good for people 6 feet and over. But I'm not 6 feet or over, so I'm not going to worry about it. Overall, the materials and workmanship is very good. I'm still surprised that nowadays automakers are using fake wood. But overall, the colors in here match pretty well, and I still give the interior about a 95%. So thumbs up so far. When driving on city streets, there's really nothing to complain about here. The steering isn't perfect, but has pretty good feedback and feel. Response is more than adequate for an SUV. The brakes have a nice firm feel. Weight distribution is near 50-50, so the cornering ability is very good. But what's more important to me is the ride is very, very smooth and soft. The body structure is quiet too. I haven't taken this on the freeway yet. We will soon. But I suspect this is going to be a very nice freeway cruiser. And going over the railroad tracks, very little disturbance to the car. This engine isn't a hot rod, but it's got more than adequate power, at least with me in it. If you're going to load it up with a full weight capacity, it might be a little strain going up hills, but overall this is a pretty good power plant for this type of vehicle. This GMC SUV really shines on the freeway. The suspension is very smooth. Aside from some light wind noise, it's very quiet. Far better than any luxury car I've driven from Lincoln or Cadillac lately, so that's saying a lot. Just a matter of keeping an eye on the gas mileage to see what the maximum is we're going to get at highway speeds. And we'll be talking about that as we rack up some more miles. Okay, after driving 375 miles, here are the official gas mileage figures of the real world. 17 in the city, 21 at high-speed highway driving between major cities, and 65 mile per hour cruising on expressway like we're doing here. We're getting just under 23. That's pretty close to the 16 to 23 on the EPA sticker. And keep in mind, this is the all-wheel drive model. It's been my experience that the front-wheel drives do about 1 mile per gallon more. I only had one significant complaint with this vehicle. It has to do with this bodywork under the door. It serves no purpose other than to collect dust, dirt, and mud. Which means every time you get in and out of the car, your pants leg rubs on it and picks up whatever debris is on it. Now, on a clean day like this, it's not a problem, but you're getting in mud in real dirty conditions. This isn't very good. Just for the record, this aggravation is not restricted just to certain GM vehicles. I've noticed this on many BMW, Mercedes, and Infiniti SUVs lately, and some Lexus automobiles. I can't for the life of me understand why we need to have this bodywork sticking out here like this. It just doesn't seem to serve any purpose at all. If anyone has some clues, feel free to email me and give me a response. Especially if you're a manufacturer, because they can't answer me. I've been asking some manufacturers for 2 or 3 years and I still can't get a reply. Oh well. Dirty pants leg aside, this is a pretty nice vehicle. If you have a large family, you do lots of traveling on pavement or off, this is definitely a first-class ride to take them in. Smooth ride, economical engine considering the weight, the leather DVD system, the whole ball of wax. Of course, if you can't afford the 52 grand on this, you can always get the Chevrolet version, about $5,000 cheaper, but you don't get all the goodies. By the way, if you want to see the other videos we do, just punch in my name on YouTube. We got several dozen on there to look at. We need all the hits we can get.